Hello everyone. So in today's video, we will talk about one Kafka use case which is based on Java multi-threading. So here you can see the problem statement on my machine. So here we can see create a multi-threaded Kafka producer application that meets following requirements. Read all the CSV files in a directory sample data files provided. Create a pool of n threads, hand over each data file to a thread in a pool, and finally each thread reads the given file and sends all the records from the file to Apache Kafka. So first we can see the sample data set. So here we have these three files. So I can open the file and show you the data. So basically we will create one Java application. We will write producer and we'll create the pool of three threads, and each thread will be assigned to read one CSV file and send it to Kafka server. So here this is the sample file. So here in each of the sample file we keep only two records. This is just a demo. Okay, so we can have a number of records here. So here we have header called symbol, series, open, high, low, close, last, and few more. So basically at the end what we need to do, we need to we will pass a value attaching with the respective header like this, and we'll have same for all the headers here, and here we will keep the value. This will be the first row for this file as an output, and second row will be like same, but here the value will be different. That will be the second row. And so on. So we have a number of records, we can have a number of values, but all values will be attached with the same header. Okay, so let me close this file. So we have three sample files and I just kept only two records in each of the sample file. Let me close this. I don't want to save this file. Okay, so here we can see this will be our source directory, and here we have three files. So now we can see the Java application. So here you can see I created one project called Kafka with multi-threading, and in the reference library we can see I am using a couple of library here. One is Kafka client and others are basically the supporting jars. Okay, so here let let us go through the code so we'll understand what I did. So here this is our class, public class KW consumer, Kafka with consumer. So don't confuse with the class. We can change the class name as we want. Okay. So we don't have consumer here, but I just mention the name as KW consumer, Kafka with consumer, because earlier I had planned to have consumer class as well, but due to some time limitation, I did not get enough time to work on that. So I just had only producer, and we can see the output on the consumer console. I'll show you that here. If we are aware about the Kafka, then we need topic where producer can write the data and consumer can consume. Okay, so we define one string called topic name, which is blank now. and Kafka properties props. Okay, and here we have given the source directory where we have all these files. Here this is our main function, and here the topic name I have defined is Kafka with thread, Kafka W thread. Okay, and here we have set up all the properties, the local host where server Kafka server runs. Okay, batch size, memories, all these things. So this is easily you can find on Google. It's not a big deal. Here this is our source path, and here first what I am doing, I am just listing all the files because we have to define the number of threads, and it should be equivalent to number of files. So file, and we will get the all files in this file array variable files array variable, and can calculate the length, so it will be 3 in our case because we have 3 files here. I am taking these number of files in one variable, that is the integer type I. Okay, now I am using executor service, which is nothing but the one framework in Java which used for the multi-threading. Okay, and here what I did, number of files, so in our case it will be 3. I created the pool for number of files we have in the source directory, so it will be 3. So it will create the pool for 3 thread. Okay, and now I am assigning the file to each of the thread here one by one. Here you can see I am executing a for loop for all the files, and then one by one I am submitting this file name to the thread and calling this method, and in this method I am just passing the file name. So each file will be assigned to each thread. Okay, it's very simple. We have for loop, it will execute it 3 times because we have 3 files, and each files will be assigned to each thread because we are using executor service framework. Okay, now here is the main logic in this method. We are using buffer reader to read the file, and this logic is basically to convert that file into that proper format, the one which I explained you. Each values of the each of each row will be attached to the header. So here we are calculating header, that will be the top row. Okay, and we are taking all header value in this variable. Okay, and here we are calculating finally the value, and now we are attaching data plus row. Okay, so in the top row we will have header, so header will be attached to the each row. I'll show you the output, and then finally we are printing the data on the console, and we can send this data to the producer. Okay, let me show you one more thing. That is the main thing here. I have defined the producer here, and which is the string type. Okay, Kafka producer, and we are associating all the properties of the Kafka, the server with the port of the server, and the serialization, and all these things. These properties basically, which we can easily find on Google. These are the static things. We just need to change the port name if we have different port, and make it compatible with our Kafka setup. That's it. Okay, and here the producer will send the string. So here two things we have passed in. One is topic name, and other one is data. So producer will write data to this topic, and consumer can consume the data from the same topic. Topic name, what we define here? Kafka with thread. Kafka W thread. Okay. So producer will write data into Kafka with thread topic, and consumer can consume from the same topic. Now, if I will execute this code, it will just simply print the data on the console, because we have not started the zookeeper, Kafka server, and the consumer. So for now, we can see the data on the console, but I'll start all the services one by one. So first, let us see the output here. It is executing. Here you can see it is assigning the file to these thread. 1 minute, I did some mistake. Okay, so now we can see the data is executing. Okay, so there were no mistake actually, but it took time to get the data on the console. Here we can see the value attached with the header, and this is for the for all row in the all files. It is running. Let me execute it again. But be careful while work on the multi-threading, because it full your heap memory. So we can see one symbol, another symbol, and same for all records in each file. Okay, so I just kept only two records in each file. Now we have seen the output on the console. It is working. Now we have to pass this data to the Kafka server so that consumer can consume. But remember the topic name. So before starting the Kafka, first we need to start the zookeeper. So for that, we'll go to our zookeeper path. So Kafka is you can download the Kafka, and it's easy to install. Here you can see the Kafka I have downloaded here, and if I go to bin folder, we can see we have Windows, right? So before Windows, we have all sh files, so it's for Unix. But as I'm running this Kafka on my Windows machine, so we have Windows folder here. I'll go here. I'll start the command prompt, and then we'll start the zookeeper. Okay. So here we need to pass the zookeeper property file, which is there in the config directory, and here we just need to mention the port name. So by default, zookeeper runs on 2181 port. I can show you the config file here. Need to config zookeeper.property, and here we don't have anything, just the code and the temp folder where zookeeper will write the data. Okay. Now we'll start the zookeeper. It will take few seconds to start. Okay, it started. We can see info starting server started. Now second thing is we need to start the Kafka server. So why Zookeeper? Because Zookeeper helps consumer to consume the data from the topic where producer have written the data or writing the data. Then we'll go to Kafka server. We'll go to this folder and in the Windows we'll again start new command prompt and here we'll start the Kafka. Okay. So here also for Zookeeper we have given Zookeeper property file. For Kafka server we have to give a server.property file. This file will again be in the same folder which is the config folder. Okay. So in this file we just need to mention the local directory where Kafka can write our logs and rest will be same. We don't need to change anything. We can start it because Kafka needs some local path where it can write the logs. So it is running. Started. Now third thing is topic. So we don't need to create a topic because we have already defined a topic in the Java application producer where we have written the producer application. We can directly start the consumer so that we can see the output on the consumer. But while starting the consumer service, we just need to mention the same topic name because if we mention different topic name, then producer will write a data into the different topic and we will consume it from different topic. Then we will not get the data or we will get wrong data if some other producer is writing the data into the other topic. So here I have mentioned Kafka with thread and starting it. So it started. Okay. Now if I execute this application, we can see the output on the console as well as on consumer console. So here Java console output we can see, and here on the consumer side we can see the output as well, right? So that is how we can write producer application and we can pass thread. We can assign thread equivalent to a number of files and we can assign each thread separate CSV files and we can write the data into the Kafka server. So I hope you understood what I tried to explain here. So it was a use case where we can write a multi-threaded application with the Kafka. Okay. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching my video. If you need the jar file, you can ping me. You can comment, so I can give you the jar file. Otherwise, the code is very simple. I explained you each and every line. You can write it by your own. Just make sure you have this Kafka client library in your code. Okay. Thank you.